Kevin, Red Living Philippines. So today's topic, first of all, the power's out, so I thought I'd walk around the Barangay Sila Labutad in Santa Maria, Mabalakit, Pampanga Province, on the island of Luzon, Philippines. Anyhow, there's been stuff in the news about ghost projects, construction ghost projects, and money disappearing. I was wondering if this is part of the problem. Maybe not. I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing it out. It's in the news. Middle of September. Here we are coming up on Thanksgiving, about the middle of November. 2 months later, and there's, I catch a little bit of news and see they're like pressing corruption charges after they investigated. But so are we victims of a Philippine ghost construction project? What I mean by that is the president put forth a boatload of money to fix all the floodings you have here during rainy season, typhoon season, which is rolling out to an end now here. It goes the same as the hurricane season in the U.S., June to October. So they had a project in our neighborhood. I did a short on it. They were supposed to put drainage and pave the road. Let me show you if you didn't watch the other video, but here's where it ended. You see that? That's the drainage they put in, and it stops where our yard's at. It was supposed to go all the way down in front of our house to that corner, and around the corner to the right, all the way to the end of the street. And they did a little bit on the other side. So let's show you what they did, what little bit they did. So what is it with the ghost projects is they had money put aside. They had like 8,000 projects, the PhilStar article I read. And they expect, at the time, maybe a month ago, they'd inspected 1,600 of the 8,000 sites allocated for money for flood controls. And they found like 421 of them at the time. There were 8,000 sites. Yeah, they had 1,600 checked. 421 that had nothing done. Money was spent and there's nothing to show for it. So I'm just wondering if that's what this is. If it is, it isn't. It doesn't matter. What can you do? But they connected it to this existing drainage runout. It goes off to a river for storm drains. You can see this is the older one. Starts here and it goes all the way to the end of the street. And there's a river out on the other side at the end of the road where it drains off into. So they did a section to the left along that wall at the end of the street to the existing drain, and then they did this little bit down to my house. They're supposed to continue going, go all the way out that equivalent distance. None of it was done. So the project originally was supposed to be for the drain and this road or street to be paved. That was the original story. Then it was, okay, we're going to do the drain, just the drain this year, and the road next year. Then it was, okay, we're doing only this much of the drain. We'll continue the rest next year. So if that happens, I don't know. But the power's out. So I thought I'd take a walk down our Barangay street, see what's happening. And you know, the Philippines not the only one that this stuff happens. It happens in the U.S. If you watch the news there, they've got a bridge to nowhere. Well, that was a while ago. The latest one is the California high-speed rail to nowhere, a passenger rail. It's 800 miles or something, or part of it, a section, which is about 1,287 kilometers. And not a single bit of rail has been laid. And they've spent like $7 billion, which is like 3.7 trillion pesos. I've seen a picture of what was done. All it is a little concrete overpass for the passenger rail with no track over the, I'm not sure what river it is. Anyways, the section I'm talking about was to go from Sacramento to San Diego. That's just the latest, most expensive one. Then they had the one back in the early 2000s. It was the Bridge to Nowhere. That one was to put a bridge from the mainland to an island where the airport was at, so they wouldn't have to take the ferry. And the time it takes to take the ferry your vehicle over to get to the airport. Gravina Island, I believe, bridge. From 2005 to 2015, they spent $300 million, and projected to rise to $400 million US dollars, and they spent $67 million in those 10 years, and not a single bit of work was done. So yeah, that happens everywhere. I even had one in my little town of Ogden where I lived. There was an apartment complex that's 55 units. Oh, there's the church. Our little chapel. There's a 55 apartment complex on historic Ogden 25th Street, downtown Ogden, Utah. That project was about $9.7 million, or 2.2 trillion peso. And got a little sorry store here, an apartment for rent if you're interested. That apartment complex was standing when my first video I made was on 25th Street, right before I came here in June of 2022, and they start the farmers market on Memorial Day weekend. And I saw the building. I asked my son about it. I saw something in the papers where the construction stopped. Apparently, the builders of the apartment complex subcontracted stuff out, and one of the contractors, substituted non-fireproof wood. So the whole thing was built, framed. You can see where the windows are supposed to be. And they tried to do a switcheroo with cheaper materials for the wood. It was non-fire retardant. It's supposed to be fire retardant wood, and they switched it out with non-fire retardant, trying to keep the money, probably, for themselves, a savings to pocket it. So that happens everywhere. That building sat, and as of January 2025, they tore it down. They're going to construct a new one, and they're trying to sue. They're trying to sue the subcontractor that did the old switcheroo with the non-fire retardant wood. But no power in the neighborhood. Yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday for 3 hours from 9 to noon, Friday. And then they changed it to Saturday, 7 to 3. That's about 10:30 in the morning. People just hanging out. Chickens. This big building was put up while I was here. Supposedly it's like a manufacturer's hand sanitizer or something. I don't know. Hey little doggies. What are you guys doing? Look, look. Sit. No? How you doing? Just a little walk through the barangay. People coming and going. They did. The crew that was set up down at the other end doing that drain was camped out here, and I'm wondering if the drain goes from here all the way down to the other end. Hi. Hi. How you doing? So it looks like they went put the drainage in from the Barangay Hall all the way down that way. That looks older, maybe just this section. That's a factory over behind that fence there. Whoa. Back up and look, it's called Only a Chair.
Hey.
You can see the top of the building over the fence right there, and the other building there. They manufacture chairs. High-end chairs, actually. They sell them in Manila at showrooms. I've never looked online to see if you can buy there. And this is our Barangay Hall. Santa Maria Barangay Hall.
Engine.
Got some trikes rolling.
What's up, man?
How you doing? What are you selling? Yes.
Fish ball.
Meatballs?
Yeah.
Ah. I haven't even eaten. I woke up at 7. That's actually earlier. I normally don't wake up till 8 or so. I'm a night owl. So here we are. Angeles Magalang Highway, straight out at the end of that road there. My street, and this goes to Makawe. You get this to go to Mabiga instead of going through Mabalacat. So, just a little walk around the barangay and talk about my little drainage project that didn't get finished. I was hoping, we'll see if they work on it some more next year. So, hope you enjoyed a little walk around video. Kevin here at Red Living Philippines. Leave a comment, a question, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. You have a wonderful day.